All right, Comics here. Next episode of Comics: Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt. There are response comments. I'm made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate streets for my videos, because there is no hate streets for my videos. It's feature hate. That's a different story. Let's continue on with people getting these wrong in the comment section to be transgender them out with bioverses and basic biology, and they're getting taken off about that. Someone actually has said that, oh, you just use basic biology, so maybe you shouldn't be saying this stuff that you're saying that the transgender community is wrong, because you just use basic biology. Well, these people that are not using basic biology, just like they're wrong. It's basically the basic biology is about what something is. What you guys are talking about. That college bullcrap. That is how people feel about what something is, about something. They'll say it psychologically. What about the psychological aspect? Oh, that, yeah, that doesn't matter. The psychological aspect has to adapt to the physical aspect, because the physical aspect is what we know as reality. Reality. Okay, that's how that works. So that's the issue with that. I like basic biology because it just explains its truth. What something is. Penis and the testicles are male. Vulvas and ovaries are female. Just how it is. You don't like it, but it's the way it is. Let's continue on here with more hate mail here. We have Iron Man 2, Iron Man hate mail, Iron Man 2, the Iron Man trilogy. I definitely have some strong feelings about some of these movies, so let's go into it. And I said Iron Man 2 was good, but so much what was happening in that movie. Iron Man 1 was the best out of the three. The less said about Iron Man 3, the better. I got a like for that. Then someone says Iron Man 3 was the best. 2 was freaking horrible. No, I don't because I read that word. Then I say, strike that and reverse it. In Iron Man 2, we got War Machine. True. Iron Man 3, we lost several Iron Man suits, and Tony threw the arc reactor in his chest into the ocean. Angry face emoji. That was terrible. Because it was like they were trying to end this, they were trying to end everything, end the series, the Iron Man series, and I'm just like, why do that? Well, I'll just say, hey, yeah, we did stuff. Well, here we go. I like Avengers. The Avengers became an Iron Man style thing, because I'm like, yeah, now, oh, just a second. Head back. My alarms were off. Usually I wake up around 1:30, but today was different story. I got up way earlier. Yeah, just how things are, and that's fine. Got up earlier, and so we got that's cool. So yeah, let's get on here. Next. This is an interesting try a way to try to counter my argument. Iron Man 3 has Rhodey too, I guess, in a way less powerful suit, and he just ripped out of that thing, and it knocked out of that thing real quick. And he's basically, he does get to shoot at some people, but yeah, no, it's not the same at all. It was terrible. No, they really messed up some stuff with that game, that movie. I don't care about the suits. I care about the suits. I care about the people inside of them. I do too, but the suits kind of help out, especially against evil Human Torches. So bad. Iron Man 2 is such a convoluted. Period. I think 2 was pretty convoluted. It was all about Iron Man stuff, not regular guy stuff. Iron Man 3 was about drama between Tony Pepper and Killian and slapstick with crappy Iron Man suits. It assaulted Iron Man, and I don't like that. Angry face emoji. The person said, "There's no Iron Man without Tony." It was a good story that made him improvise without the suit. I hate when they do that, because it's like basically saying, well, he's more than just a suit. Yes, but the suit's kind of important. You kind of need that stuff against enemies that will kill people. That will kill someone improvising without no suit. Sorry, that was like one Human Torch who punched through a guy wearing a Kevlar vest. It was like that. That's not going to stop it. We need better stuff to protect ourselves against the Human Torches. Iron Man was able to fight and defeat and kill an evil Human Torch dude. In his Iron Man suit. That protected him. Yes, Tony is more than his suit, but because of that suit, he survived a fight with an evil Human Torch in Iron Man 3. So I'm sorry, crap don't work. Go. Where 3 actually has more Iron Man than Iron Man 2 does, says the person. Oh. I say, well, I like that he made the suit to fight things people cannot fight without the suits. We're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. Yes, I'm sorry. You need the suit. Think about what would happen if Iron Man tried to fight, Tony tried to fight Victor Vanko in Iron Man 2 without a suit. He would have been killed instantly. Those whiplash whips would cut right through him. So yeah, you need the Iron Man suit. Guess that's the losers. Kind of important. So it's the trans rights or human rights. Nice. Someone says trans rights, trans thriving. Emojis about fists, white flag. Silly multi-gender symbols. And so I don't care who you are. The person right here is correct. Not correct. Agree. Not agree. Trans rights, human rights. No, they're not. Yeah. Yes. This one. Nope. Flags. This was the notion that sex is not strictly binary. It's not strictly binary. It's not even scientifically controversial. It's scientifically controversial. That's wrong. Amongst experts that are wrong, it's a given through lies. An unavoidable conclusion derived from actually understanding the biology of sex. Not really. You know what sex is? Biological sex is. Biological sex is for reproduction. You need male, you need female. Okay? Two distinct, different biologies to work together to make a new person. There are some that will do asexual reproduction. Okay? And there's creatures that basically grow out of other creatures. Or whatever. There's different ways to do that, but it's not as good because that's genetically the same, and genetically the same is bad if something genetic affects that person, affects that stuff. Okay, you need genetic, basically. You need to mix up genetics. You need to have genetic stuff work together so that you can basically make more genetics that are more resistant. Variety, whatever you want to call it, but it's basically. It is important. Sexual reproduction is very important. Thank you. I was wondering about that. Thank you. Sexual reproduction is very important so that we can, basically have a variety of different types of genetic makeups to fight against all kinds of stuff, diseases and all kinds of things. It's very important. Them trying to say, no, male and female are not just basically the only things that they are, but is just an excuse to try and lie about the radical sex. Continue on, please. It is more accurate to describe biological sex as human as bimodal, not strictly binary, even though it is. Bimodal means that there are essentially 2 dimensions to the continuum of biological sex. Okay. There's only 2 sexes. In order for sex to be binary, there would need to be 2 non-overlapping and unambiguous ends to that continuum. There are. But that clearly isn't through lies. You look at the very rare hermaphrodite and see that there clearly isn't 1% of the population has deformed genitals. So that means that it's not a binary, right? No, it does. Dang it. There's every conceivable type of overlap in the middle of that 1%. Hence bimodal, not binary, but is binary. What matters, in fact, that is overlapping middle, that is very point of the discussion of 1% of the population. Denying a trans identity is denying that overlapping middle bullcrap. Denying trans identity is denying lies. Sorry. When a person born with testicles says that he is a female, that is wrong. When a person born with ovaries says she is a male, that is wrong. Those are lies. It doesn't work. Let's review the biology of sex to see what I mean. Source, science-based medicine, the science of biological sex through lies. Through lies. Not truth. Let's see here. Oh, someone says, uncreative bigot use the same reply for every single comment. Ho hum. Someone says, normal. Assuming by normal you mean comfortable skin gender. Depending on what state you live in, quite a few: employment, housing, and healthcare, non-discrimination, access to much-needed healthcare, ability to update legal records to match the identity of lies, access to public aggressions and facilities, etc. And I say, no, they are bullcrap. No, they are bullcrap. I want to go to the bathroom. Then I want to have the sex I do of Earth. No, not that one. Most likely. Read more. Someone says, the kids should not be allowed to become trans. Wearing dresses and having makeup, etc. is fine. No, it's not. That's lies, too. That's lies. Stop that. Making lawful decisions at early ages is incredibly dangerous. There's the needs, the common sense. And I say, true. People with testicles should not wear dresses and say they're female. People with ovaries should not lie and say they're male.